MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight we wrap up this brief two-game series between the New York Mets and the Sky Sox. Madison Bumgarner is on the mound for Game 2. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy wasn't too bad in this last one, Matt. Pitched all the way through the 6th inning. And listen, that's what you ask for nowadays. If you can get your starter to get you through the 6th inning and turn it over to the bullpen, he took the loss in the last one, but he actually pitched pretty well.
So striding forward now, Ahmed Rosario. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Rosario.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I know they lost their last game, but you know as well as I do, in this sport, you have to have short-term memory. You have to let it go. They can get it going back in the right direction today.
Fouled away. Starting to get a bit chilly here tonight. 57 degrees at game time. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
Here now the 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
That was aggressive pitching in that at bat, and I like seeing that. He showed all hard stuff until the 5th and final pitch for the strikeout. When you work off your hard stuff, it really opens up your secondary pitches to be more deceptive.
So here's Brandon Nimmo. Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. Nimmo, a 27-year-old. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
No, inside.
And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Dero, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Goodness, 0-2 now.
Real ugly 0-1 swing there. As a pitcher, you've got to be hunting for the strikeout, knowing you have this guy way off balance.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
The 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
batting fourth.
This could have been much worse for the first baseman here. He goes up for the throw, leaving his feet, and exposes himself to a potentially devastating collision. He's lucky he didn't get taken out right here.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. From the belt, the pitch.
Ball, that's in.
McNeil, the runner at first with 2 gone. Into the corner and slicing foul. Lays off 2-2 now.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
Here now the 2-2.
I got 3 and 2.
Well, this has been a good at bat. He's now worked the count full to 3-2. It allows the runner on first to be on the move with 2 away.
Now the payoff pitch home. And a good at bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. Lifetime numbers against Bumgarner. He brings a scary .368 batting average. 2 of those hits were for home runs. First pitch coming. Here it is.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
Two down, runners at first and second. Line drive to center field. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. 2 left for the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the first. No score. Jacob deGrom is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Mets. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
This will be interesting. This guy won the NL Cy Young Award last year. He's a solid pitcher, Matt. And one of the things he does, he throws the ball into the strike zone, and he's not afraid of contact. Solid pitcher.
Striding in, Kevin Kiermaier. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The Sky Sox, the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Now here's the pitch. And he fouls this one off.
Ball.
1-1. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty, I've been really impressed with this team, especially on the recent road trip to start to it. They're 3-1 after 4 games, playing really fundamentally sound baseball. From offense to defense, pitching, it's all coming together for this group.
2 balls and a strike now. And it's fouled away.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
The 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
At bed.
At the plate now, Tommy Edman. As he lifts it in the air to right field. Waiting on it is Nimmo. 2 gone.
Batting third.
And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matty, we know this is a pitcher's park. The numbers bear it out. Look for the managers to play a part in this one. Hopefully the guys listened in the hitters meeting. They're going to stay up the middle, big part of the yard. But when they get on, look for some wheels in motion, some execution, trying to manufacture some runs. I think that's how this lineup will play it out.
Here's the first pitch to him.
1-0.
2 out, nobody on. Count even now at 1-1.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Hey, this guy's got an 89-mile-an-hour changeup. There was a time when 89 was a pretty good fastball.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. J.D. Davis, the next to bat, comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
J.D. Davis.
First offering on its way.
1-1.
The 1-0.
That's ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
Two and 1 now. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Hey, I know the idea is to try to get the guy to swing on a 2-2 pitch, right? But that one was so low, I don't know anybody that would have swung at that pitch.
And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
The center fielder, Michael Conforto.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Michael Conforto. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Now a cut fastball, but that doesn't threaten the zone. It's even at 1. Fouled off. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
One of the toughest pitches to hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat. But what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Yoenis Cespedes striding in next, as he'll take a good look at a curveball that sweeps right across the zone in there for the first strike. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Set to deliver the 0-1. Cespedes, 33 years old. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Kiermaier is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Batting ninth, the designated hitter, Robinson Cano.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring up Robinson Cano. From the belt, the pitch. Bumgarner ready with the 0-1. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Mets leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Anthony Rendon, a Silver Slugger winner a year ago in the National League. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Chopped to third. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Mike Yastrzemski.
Now at the plate, Mike Yastrzemski, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. Here comes the first pitch.
That's a tough pitch right there. Curveball, kind of front hip. Your first move is to bail a little bit and kind of not want to get hit by that pitch. I can totally understand him taking that first strike.
1-1 the count. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
Now at the plate, Yasmani Grandal. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First pitch on its way.
Nope, outside.
Fouled away. They'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Boy, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Woo, up and in.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Back to the top of the order now, and up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. Now the pitch. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball one. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
2 balls and a strike to Ahmed Rosario. Swing and a flare hit toward right. There to look it in his bets, and that's out number 1.
Up next to the bat, the right fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And this is on the outside corner for strike 1. Here's a breaking ball outside, and now it's even 1-1. Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. 2-1. All even now, 2-2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Just flat out frozen there. Nothing too deceptive about that 4-seam fastball, so I think he wasn't expecting it at all.
So here's Jeff McNeil. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Third inning, no score to this point. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Count remains 2-2. And now a pitch on the way.
Hey, this guy's a hard guy to put away. He's fouling off some tough pitches. 2-2 count, and he just seems to keep hanging right in there.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
So a runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning, and up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Set to deliver the 0-1. Grounded softly down the line toward first, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Hit out toward second, reined in, and as it turns out, the two-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Mets strand one. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Digging in, Luke Voigt, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball in there for a called strike. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
After falling down 0-2 on the same pitch, don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Hey, that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close, but I'm hit right now. I'm still sitting on that heater.
The 1-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
The 1-2.
Inside ball. We got 3-2.
Bo Bichette, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. The 3-2 pitch is down low, and he gets the call. Strike 3 looking.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
To the plate now, Bo Bichette. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. One 1-0 pitch on the way. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
3-ball count right now. This looks like the best chance of getting a base runner on so far.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
Striding into the box, Tim Tebow. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. From the belt, the pitch.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And a check swing here, appealed down to third, but James Kingsley says he held up. Ball 1. keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
The 1-2. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Nope.
Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
Wow, this guy's mowing right through this lineup right now, but that's what happens when you don't get a chance to see a pitcher very often. That's one of the things that are helpful when you're pitching in interleague games. It's always a good advantage for the pitcher because the hitters don't get to see that guy very often.
So here's Kevin Kiermaier as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
1-1.
And he'll lay off a fastball up in the zone here, and that brings it to 2-1 now. And he fouls this one off. Hit back toward the mound, and that's through for a hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Standing in now, Tommy Edman. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Cespedes is there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. No runs, a hit, 2 left. On now to the top of inning number 4, and we are tied 0-0. And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Ball.
Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. But no problem at first, and that's the first out. So with one away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters here in the 4th inning. And whoa, you see the big number. How about 99 for a top speed? Not too many guys around the league can match that. So the base is empty here with 1 away, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
I don't mind the aggressiveness right there. He was definitely trying to get the head to a fastball. He pulled the string on that.
It's down for extra bases, and the Mets have their first hit of the game. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Man, I don't think he could have bisected those fielders any better if he tried. Drove that one into the alley for a gapper that'll bring him easily into second base.
Into the box, Michael Conforto. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll send it on to first, and that'll freeze the runner at second with 2 away now.
Now batting, the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
0-1.
Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Betts has a read on it. And that's the 3rd out. Mets leave 1. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. So that'll bring in Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Cold strike as the slider gets the outside corner. Betts has a history in coming through in the clutch moments, of course. It's always a little bit of a debate whether or not being clutch is actually a trait that a player possesses. But with him, there's no denying it. We've seen him deliver in big moments repeatedly throughout his career. It just seems he elevates his game somehow when the pressure is on.
Yeah, Matty, he has definitely put that debate to rest. He has absolute ice water in his veins. Time to wake up the offense right here. 3-1 count, all in on something over the heart of the plate.
Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Now the 3-2 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up, and there's one down now.
Now batting, third baseman, Anthony Rendon.
In now is Anthony Rendon. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
I'm surprised we're seeing so many late swings on fastballs. If there's one rule of thumb in the game, get to the heater.
1-1 the count now. Now the pitch. Hit on the ground to third. Davis brings it in time to first, and there are 2 away.
The designated hitter, number 9, Mike Yastrzemski.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mike Yastrzemski. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
A ball and no strikes. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Changeup stays outside and is behind 2-0. Much too quick on the trigger there. It's 2-1. To 2-2 now.
2-2.
High in the air out to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Robbie Cano settling in to start out the inning. Cano waits on the first pitch. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Now the pitch. And he misses with it. 1-1. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. Now the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Into the stands. He got it.
The batter, number 1, shortstop Ahmed Rosario.
Striding in once again, Ahmed Rosario. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Now here's the pitch. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike. No runs, just one hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Oh, and that was a big mistake right there. This guy might be their best base stealing threat in the lineup, so now he's got a chance to move into scoring position without even putting the ball into play.
Ready for another shot now. Brandon Nimmo has gone down on strikes twice already in this one. And Dan, when you know you have a chance to hand someone a hat trick for the game, is there any extra motivation to punch him out again?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, Matt. When you have a good hitter like this and you've punched him out twice already, you just want to continue to go out there and make good pitches and see if you can't dominate him for a third time.
First delivery to him on the way.
Count 1-0.
Turned on down the line, but a foul ball. 1-1. Taken, called strike 2 on the inside part of the plate. 1-2 now. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Got him, and he goes down on strikes for the third time.
No hitter is ever going to feel good about taking the hat trick with 3 strikeouts in a game, but I will say he's not the first guy to have a terrible game against my man on the mound. And you know what? He won't be the last. We all know he's one of the best in the business for a reason.
Throw over to the bag and a dive, but he's back in there. So now to the plate, Jeff McNeil. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 1-0. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. A ball and 2 strikes.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
The 1-2. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. Mets strand one. Halfway home, still no score. Set now for the bottom of the fifth. In now, Yasmani Grandal looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Pitch on the way. Lays off 1-0. He pulls this one into right. Nimmo is there, one away.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Digging in, Luke Voigt. First pitch of the at-bat.
Ball one. Ball one, no strike.
Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. The slider up into the 90s there. It's 1-2.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking heated.
Ready to deliver the 1-2.
Ball in.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
Into the box now, Bo Bichette. As he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball one. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Now the 1-0 is in there for strike one. And this ball runs away for ball two. 2-1.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Strike taken up in the zone. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. Tim Tebow would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. So here's Pete Alonso. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning.
The first baseman, Pete Alonso.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
The 1-0.
Ball. Down.
Going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Now the 2-1 is taken, ball 3.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Digging in once again, Wilson Ramos. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Runners off for second. Hopped up. Voit is over, and he puts it away for the first out. On to first, and they get the double play.
How about it? Third baseman,
At the plate, J.D. Davis. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at-bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
The 1-0. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. The 2-1 home. Drilled down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
And he obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his second hit of the ball game. This one a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
At the plate, Michael Conforto. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Fielded cleanly, and nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Now in the box, Tim Tebow. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th. First pitch on its way.
Tebow. 1-0.
Now the 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. And it's fouled away. Fouled off. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
You could pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order looming.
struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Fly ball right down the line in left, and this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Tommy Edman.
At the plate now, Tommy Edman. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Fouled away. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second, and indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Well, pitch count will become a factor here in the 7th. He's about to hit 100 for the game.
Yeah, Matty B, that magic number in today's game is about 100 pitches, and this next pitch will be pitch number 100. Dero, he's been sailing along pretty easily so far in this one.
Yeah, he's given him some serious depth in this one. For him to get into the 7th inning allows the manager a lot of leeway, whether he wants to go to his bullpen or not.
The 1-2 is a called 3rd strike right on the inside corner. Now batting, Robinson Cano. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First offering on its way.
We're moving right along into this one. This guy's continuing to pitch well, which is a little bit of a surprise because his first pitch strike ratio is still under 60%.
And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. He's got it. Throw to first, and Cano's a ground out victim. 2 gone.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Ball 1. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count. Now the 2-0. 3-0 now.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
The 3-0 pitch is laid off, but in there for strike 1. 4 pitches, all takes. He's showing a lot of patience here.
And I like that from a guy like him, Matty. He can do a lot of damage on a base pass with his legs, so there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to handle.
Kiermaier will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. Still no score. Here's Mookie Betts. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
Look out, 21.
Upper part of the strike zone, a dangerous pitch with the changeup, but he laid off.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
And digging in next will be Anthony Rendon. As he'll try and hold off the swing, but this one's in there for strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And it's fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to, and that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
Standing in now, Mike Yastrzemski, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
Well, he's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only 1 free pass to this point, but they're still making him work really hard.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Now with the base is empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Pitch on the way. And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
And when your pitch count gets over 100, you've got to expect them to lose a little bit of accuracy out there. And I think if he gets in any more trouble, they might come get him. We'll see if he can finish strong.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. And we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. As a look, now the pitch. Swing and a liner. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And now it'll kick around in the corner. The relay. The throw pulls him off the bag.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice two-bagger.
First base open. It looks as though they'll go after the next guy with the force at any base now in order and 2 men gone.
That's what's called getting the treatment. Everyone knows he's a power threat with a bat, so it's all about not letting him be the guy that beats you.
Now at the plate, Bo Bichette. He went down on strikes last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. In there, 0-1. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. So they load the bases on just 1 hit, but 3 men are left stranded. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now, and we still have no score. Standing in, Brandon Nimmo. 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Line hard to center field. Kiermaier is right there, 1 down.
The batter, number 6.
And the term pitcher's duel doesn't even do justice to what we've had here so far. As you can see on the graphic, 2 dominating performances and 2 shutouts to this point from our 2 starters. At the plate, Jeff McNeil. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Up around the letters with that one for ball 2.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
That one's in there, 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2. Swing and a ball sliced foul into the seats down the left field line. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And he pops him up back behind second base. Bichette takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. His dominance continues on the mound, but it seems like he might be running on adrenaline only at this point.
Yeah, he's been so great in this one. You want to see him finish what he started, but you also have to start worrying about things like injuries. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, and some guys are just more capable of that than others, but not a lot of good things tend to happen when you've worked as hard as he has in this one.
No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, that looks good.
2 out, nobody on. This ball will be chopped foul. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Even at 2-2. The pitch. Ground ball right into the shift. Reined in. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Corey Dickerson is up off the bench as he will pinch hit here in the bottom of the 8th in a tie ball game. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Now here's the pitch. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Here it comes. Grounded weakly toward third. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First offering on its way. One out, nobody on. Back up the middle. And the throw here is going to get him at first. Excellent range there at short, and there are 2 away now.
Second baseman, Tommy Edman.
Into the box, Tommy Edman. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Man, that's a great take right there. Backdoor slider just missed the outside corner. This guy must have a really good eye. Most guys swing at that pitch.
From the wind, the 2-0. 3-0 now.
Yeah, he's all over the place right now. No doubt he's clearly fighting his mechanics.
And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance he's running here, and good luck trying to stop him.
Now the New York manager's up off the bench on his way to the mound, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. He'll depart with our score tied, and he'll still be accountable for the runner at first, and the best he can do is a no decision in this one. Brad Brock is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here.
Brad Brock.
Mookie Betts will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. He's set. Here it comes.
Hey, great job pounding the zone. Strike 1. When you got a great hitter in the box, you got to get ahead. Count leverage is a must.
Ready with the 0-1. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Two and one now to Mookie. Here's the 2-1. 2-2 the count. Two and 2. Here it is. Popped up. Ramos over to his left, and the inning is over. Dickerson will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Number 23, Corey.
Michael Lorenzen will be on the mound to start the 9th inning, and his job will be keeping the ballgame tied until the bottom half. All set for the start of the inning. Next for the Mets, Wilson Ramos. He was a double play victim last time around. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a screamer, but this one's not going to stay fair. Oh, and look at this. High in the air and deep. And when this ball comes down, they'll have taken the lead. Home run. A solo shot here to left, and it's now a 1-run ball game.
Hey, with one swing of the bat, that closer better get ready. He's going to be doing some work in the bottom half of this inning.
Now batting.
Into the box, J.D. Davis. Hit the other way out toward right field. Betts on the run. He's there and records the first out. Into the box now, Michael Conforto. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. First offering on its way.
Ball 1.
Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Two balls and no strikes to the Mets center fielder.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there. That cutter inside, and that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
3-0. Waiting his turn on deck, Yoenis Cespedes. Three and 1. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Back goes Kiermaier at the track, and that one is gone. A solo home run there for Michael Conforto. First home run of the campaign for him as the Mets are out in front now 2-0.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
Kevin Ginkel enters the game with 1 gone in the top of inning number 9.
Ginkel. Now batting, the left fielder.
So here's Yoenis Cespedes, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Ginkel, a California-born ball player. He was taken in the 22nd round back in the 2016 first-year player draft.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Cespedes behind a ball and 2 strikes. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is.
Oh, that's out.
Still only 1 out in the inning. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now. Waiting on deck here is Robinson Cano. Full count. Here it comes. Swing and a line drive. And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game. So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Yeah, Matty B, you see that wry smile of him coming out of the box right there. He knew what was on the line. He'd be lying if he didn't.
There's a lot of pressure on you because you're walking into that batter's box thinking, I have a nice streak going, and this is more than likely going to be my last AB. He comes through in the clutch.
So Robinson Cano will grab a bat next, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Runners on first with 1 down. In the dirt, but swung on and missed.
Pretty standard pitch sequence right there. Just how you draw it up in a perfect world. Jump ahead 0-2, and then you toss a changeup in the dirt to get him to chase for a strikeout on 3 pitches. If only it were always that easy.
So now to the plate, Ahmed Rosario. Hot shot down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
That's a grind pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate, and this batter's able to fight and keep his hands inside this baseball and drive it for a knock. Impressive.
Into the box now, Brandon Nimmo, as he swings and grounds it toward the hole. And that's through into left field for a base hit. But the throw is well up the line, and he scores easily.
Hey, D-Roll, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
In now, Jeff McNeil, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. And they'll turn to the slider here, and it just misses. 2-1 now.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Now the 2-1 pitch. To the right side and through, a base hit. Rosario isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. Safe at the plate. And they lead now by 4.
Hey, that's what you try and do as an offense. You get a 4-run lead. They're a grand slam ahead, Dan, but you're a former closer warming up. When you see a 3-run lead and then your offense gets it to 4 and you know that save situation's gone out the window, don't tell me that didn't hurt.
Oh, it does hurt you. Oh, it does, because, D-Roll, the only way you're going to get into this game is it has to be a save situation. You sit and watch 8 innings of baseball, you get up to warm up in the 9th, and you're all ready to go thinking, hey, I'm going to come in and get me a 3-out save, and all of a sudden you're out of the game because it's a 4-run lead. Of course you think about it as a reliever.
To the plate now, Pete Alonso. 0-1 the count. From the belt, the pitch fouled off. Now the 0-2 pitch fouled away. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw in time for the 3rd out, but it certainly took a while as the inning is finally over. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Mets out in front, 4-0. All set for the bottom of the 9th. Ready once again, Anthony Rendon. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip.
Yeah, and they froze him on a good changeup. Tough one. If you got good arm action, and this pitcher certainly does have good arm action out there, tough to decipher between the fastball and changeup. He's got to be willing to stay back and take the ball the other way.
Grounded down the 3rd baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Hit the other way out toward right field. And that's in there. Base hit. Now this will rattle up against the wall. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
They haven't had much luck so far tonight, so they'll definitely take that extra base hit. It only takes one, so maybe they can string together a few and get back into this thing.
At the plate, Mike Yastrzemski will swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Now the 0-1.
No, that's low.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. The 1-2 misses. Ball 2. Really pulled that one across as the slider misses well inside. Yasmani Grandal is on deck. No one out with a runner at second. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Well, when you go with the slider there in a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
Seth Lugo takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 67, Seth Lugo.
And here's the switch-hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
From the stretch.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
The 1-0 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
One pitch is a curveball that misses. Ball 2. None out. Runners at first and second. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Here now the 2-2. And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. To second for 1. On to first. So he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play.
Gotta love that out of your reliever, right? The first batter he faces, he gets to roll over into a double play. Pulled the right string that time, Skip.
Coming to the plate now, Luke Voigt. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. He's ready. Here's the first offering. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And this is in the air to right. And this should do it. And he'll put this one away for the final out. And the Mets have earned a sweep here in this brief 2-game series as this ball game is over.
Yeah, it might only be a 2-game set, but listen, it's still a sweep. Hey, man, winners make the rules around here, and they earned it.
4-0 the score tonight. The New York Mets came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Brad Brock claims the win out of the pen, his first. Seth Lugo wraps it up for the save, his 4th of the season. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and Heidi Watney on the field, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.